So imagine you come outside and you do everything to take care of your car, and all of a sudden, all the work from the construction workers is all over your vehicle. Not to mention that you might have not washed the car in a little bit. Yeah, well, that's the situation here. Interior looks great, but the exterior is where we gotta focus. So I know you guys have had this same problem with construction workers, and sometimes you're able to have the building pay for it or not, but we're gonna go ahead and recondition the exterior of this vehicle. So stay tuned.
So today, on an overcast day, I'm gonna be working on my friend's E63 AMG wagon. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set it up with a wax coating from Carbon Collective. I'll show you guys a time-lapse version, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
So the first thing we're gonna do is start with the interior. Now again, my client Justin keeps this vehicle amazing from the inside, but I think some of the dust from the outside of the construction work did get through. So what I'm vacuuming up is a lot of that. It's very fine, you can't see it on the video, but here it is. This is the contamination that it had on the roof. As you could see, there's a lot, there's gunk, there's buildup, plus there's a little dust. If you can see right at this angle, you see all the white dust. Now, thankfully, it looks to be small and fine, but most importantly, what we're gonna end up doing is we need to make sure that you rinse the vehicle first, and then when you foam it up, you leave it sitting, because what's gonna happen is that foam is gonna use lubrication to get all those fine dust particles, and that will act as a pre-rinse. So both Justin and I are pretty happy at the fact that this wasn't worse. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm setting up my wash bucket with the wheel bucket, and I'm making sure that I'm rinsing the vehicle before I go ahead and start anything else. Again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to encapsulate those little particles of dust and anything else that might have been on there that might have dried up. We're trying to loosen it, get the water to get around it, and hopefully have that help in the decontamination process. Now, one of my favorite parts, the foaming process. So I'm gonna make sure that the foam is thick, and I'm spreading it on the vehicle so that it completely covers every inch of it. So again, this is gonna act as a pre-rinse. So we wanna make sure that everything sits nicely, that we lather it up as best as possible so that we can make sure that it touches every single contaminant on the car. And after that, what you're gonna be seeing me is go around the car, and I will be spraying a bug and tar remover. Now, in my opinion and how I've been taught, is that you spray the bug and tar remover on the car when it's wet, never dry. So you guys are gonna see me go around with the little pump spray, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that, and hopefully that will add and help loosen anything else that's on there. So as we're going around this vehicle, let me go ahead and tell you about another client who wasn't as fortunate. So go ahead and picture this. You're living in a beautiful luxury apartment. You're spending quite a bit of money a month for this beautiful rental. It has a patio, it has an outdoor walking area, it has a swimming pool, jacuzzi, gym, the whole 9 yards. Then you go down to the parking structure and you see this weird shadow looking thing on top of your hood as well as the top of your car. And as you start walking closer, you start thinking, what is that? Is that a shadow? Only to get to the car and realize that one of the pipes that are directly on top of your vehicle has been dripping something. And now that drip is not just water, it's some type of chemical that has created a shadow on your car's paint. So what's your first reaction? You're mad. You're pissed. The blood is boiling. You take your finger and just try and touch it, and it feels oily. So what do? You reach into your pocket, grab your phone out, you go ahead and call me. We get on the phone, you express your concern, and you tell me, I'm gonna go to the manager and I'm gonna have them pay for this. Send me a business quote, which in turn I did, but only to find out that the business management said that she had no case, said that they were not gonna pay for it, and most importantly, said that maybe she should be careful at where she parks the car next time. If that is not a slap in the face, I don't know what is. So we ended up working on her car, but the sad part was that she had to come out of pocket for everything. This car had to have a 2-step polishing process. It was very difficult. The good thing is that we caught it right away and we were able to fix it. So she since then has moved out of the apartment and is very, very careful about where she parks her car. So if you guys live in a complex like that with a lot of cars that are underground, just be careful. Put something on there. You know, it might look funny, you might be the only car, but when something like this happens, you'll be happy that you did that. So right here, what I sprayed on the vehicle was Carbon Collective's hybrid coating. This is a synthetic wax that is so amazing. The minute that I started using this, I saw the big difference. So this is completely sprayed on the vehicle when it's wet. Never do it when it's dry because you are gonna have problems. It's sprayed when it's wet. It stays on the vehicle for a short amount of time. Then you go ahead and rinse it off. You don't want to let it sit on there too long. And I do not recommend doing this out in direct sunlight. This was an overcast day. Usually what happens is when I do have a car that I'm gonna work on like this, I put my canopy so it's never in direct sunlight. Okay, so once this is sitting on there, this is gonna give the car shine and most importantly, protection for about 3 to 4 months. It's great. So this is a product that I highly, highly recommend. You can go ahead and get this product from my boy Scott over at Detail Division. I'll put up the website and you guys would be able to get this. Just make sure that you use it correctly. And if you can't, then I'm always available in the greater Los Angeles area, San Fernando Valley, and everywhere in between. So you can go ahead and hire me if you need to. Having the proper towel is going to go a long way because most of the scratches are caused by your towel. And my go-to towel is this Klin Evo drying towel that you can get from Detail Division, as they are the exclusive importer of this brand. This thing is simply amazing. Look at the texture. So what you are seeing me do here is I'm using the top portion of my amazing vacuum that I'm going to show you guys right now. This is the amazing rigid wet dry shop vac with blower. In the future, I'll have a video documenting how amazing this vacuum is. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe. So once the car is all nice and dry, I'm going around with my ceramic infused quick detailer just to kind of get inside the door jambs, make sure everything's fine and there's no residue left over from the wax. I'm using very, very light pressure, although it looks like I'm going pretty hard right here, but it's just the movie that's sped up. So here it is, guys. We were able to remove all the decontamination from the construction work, and most importantly, we got it back looking amazing, and now it's protected for the next 3 to 4 months. So again, make sure you have some type of protection on your car. That helps. This one just made it look like we just enhanced every inch of this wagon. Thanks a lot.
So now that the car is all done, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of bonus footage. We're gonna do meet the owner. Okay, this is my good friend Justin, and he just opened a wine bar. Let me show you guys what it looks like.
Introducing Cardinale Du Vin, a neighborhood wine bar and cafe. So come with me and step into a realm of vinous delights at Cardinale Du Vin, the newest gem nestled in the heart of Pico-Robertson at 8912 West Pico Boulevard. My good friends and owners, Justin and Jackie, have meticulously crafted a haven where aficionados and novices alike can have fun. From beginners to sommeliers, the atmosphere is tailored to suit every palate, with an ambiance that beckons for leisurely sipping and spirited conversations. Already garnering accolades from local journalists, Cardinale Du Vin promises an unforgettable evening of superb wines, delectable fare, and conviviality. Whether you're seeking to deepen your enophilic knowledge or simply unwind with friends, this chic establishment offers the perfect blend of sophistication and warmth. Come and discover why Cardinale Du Vin is quickly becoming the go-to destination for those seeking the ultimate fusion of wine, food ambiance, and social interaction. So if that's not enough to entice you, I don't know what is. But come down, come support, and most importantly, if you've never tried a wine bar, have this one be your first. See you guys soon.